bring our STT in to see what we can see. Got the flank there. Good critical hit there. Hit the 3 Delta Force and the chopper. About 1 minute remaining on the match there. Let's see if we can take this point. I don't know what all they have here, but we're gonna advance on this point here because our guys are doing okay on that side, and I guess we pushed across the river, so it'd be really cool to see kind of post up in that building there. And we're also, where's another building we could post up? We post up in there, but that's probably going to get run through by the enemy. So we'll bring another recon get your words, buddy. A recon with a javelin unit. We'll see what we got from there. The first phase, everyone kind of launches like a whole bunch of planes and stuff like that, but I think it's very smart of our team to kind of launch those AA units, kind of suck them in. So there's somebody bringing out one plane. If he's bringing out a plane, we'll bring out a plane because like they were bringing out AA, like there's a pack 3 there. I was just waiting to see, are we going to have support? If we're going to have support on the ground, I do not need to. If you see support on the ground, there's no need for us to. We could just launch our long range missiles and dart back. See what they got. We don't want to fly kind of over their airspace there. So if they're going to give us the skies, cool. That's good. Well, the way I like doing it is using a recon. Oh, there they are. Hi, Raptors. Got to kind of get close, I guess. I don't know how my 2 missiles hit him, and they barely take any damage. I don't understand that. That was very interesting. There, right? There was 2 on 2. My guy gets dropped first. Maybe he took 2 missiles from the enemy, but yeah, that's kind of annoying. That I still launched 2 missiles at the enemy, and we got doinked. So, moving right along though, we'll drop, and this guy will go here and bug out. Just really Pyrrhic victory when it comes to, I don't know if the packs were on. They didn't look like they were on there at all. So put them in the building there. They might get absolutely doinked here. Normally I take a Comanche out with them. Probably should have did that. Would have caught these guys slipping. But yeah, we'll bring the Comanche out. Normally I do. I was tripping this time. So we'll go Switzerland. Tell him to go right there. He's gonna try to put his snipers there. That's super unfortunate, but it is what it is. Normally we bring the Comanche for that reason with the Stingers. So they drop their guys off. What we'll do is, now that we know they're lodged, I've done a lot better job of making sure to bring support, and that support affords us the ability to really punch at the infantry. At the infantry. So we know he brought 1 drop off. They're going to be over here, and sweet. So we're getting some points back here. You know, doing some getting some points back. I'm gonna tell them that there is infantry in here. Yeah, pop the venom. Nice. The Comanche out there. There is a Super Cobra, so got to be careful. If he brought the AA one, then you know it's no bueno. I don't know if he brought AA there. We'll go Switzerland on this guy too. I don't want him to shoot at anything. Let's fire it upon. And then we'll put these guys in a group 1 kind of deal. That way, yeah, those guys can kind of stand off. Yeah, we've got the Delta Force coming, kind of running in there, trying to infantry that thing. Now, the best, like they're coming from the buildings, but we're probably going to push from the tree line. So what we'll do is like a chopper, Silent Hawk here, and then we'll bring our Delta Force, and then we'll also bring another one with some assault troops, like these guys, and then we'll bring some little birds. Well, when we have more points, we'll bring some little birds for whatever. But yeah, doinking those guys with the deal. We'll also start artillerying this here. to kind of do our. We're really going to try to do blitzkrieg. I know I say that like every time. Oh, we're going to do blitzkrieg. We're actually going to try this time. We're actually going to try to arty and then push on the points with proper recon and stuff like that. So we can doink them, and it'd be a good day. Just kind of focus on the G point. I'm just kind of slightly flying in here, telling our guys to get in there with the a little late, but hey, you know, better late than never. We'll tell our Iron Thunders to go ahead and move out there. And we also probably need to bring in some support here. So we'll run them in there. Tell them to get their butts moving. We have the close quarter ones. So we'll have the screen of the deal. We'll have the screen of these buildings here. And we'll have an AA unit. So we should overrun. Our teammate pretty much did most of the work there, but good bombing strike. Got a harvest hot or a spooky. We don't have a fighter, but shout out to the bringing the spooky and actually being able to use it. Because so often we cannot use the spooky, but okay. It does seem like it's ticking down. So what we'll do is we'll get these guys rolling there. And we'll put them on these buildings because I'm assuming that the enemy is going to try to run their tanks down this way or this way. So either way, if we're in these hedgerow of buildings, it's going to be a good look there. We'll put, if we bring any tanks, we'll put them in that tree line there. And so we'll support with the deal. So also recon. Let's bring some Sentinel. Bring some Sentinel out here. And we'll try to... because the next is the A point, right? We're going to try to just work our way. We're working on C now. Next is the A point. And then we'll push with the infantry. I like to kind of slow grind with the infantry, so to speak. And we actually need to bring more troops forward as regards to AA pieces. So we'll bring a couple of those, drop them in there. Let's see, can we get this guy maybe? See what we can see. They got a couple Comanches on the wings. Smart play on for our ally, but bringing them in the little birds just doesn't get you. You have Comanche cleaning that up. Shout out to him. So, how long does it take to take this point? Oh, they can't take it. Is there a guy in there? There must be a guy in there somewhere. All right, well, we'll use our artillery. We got to know where the guy's at, though. That's the problem. We don't know where he's at. He could be behind these buildings. It could be over here. It could be anywhere. But they're getting shot at from here, so we'll artillery that. We know there's guys in there. That's what we do know. They got a Sentinel spotting some stuff on the wing on the peripheral and over there. Nothing really crazy. We did spot somebody's house, so we might be able to do a long-term strike on that. Probably bringing some AA there so that we just don't get absolutely overrun by the enemy stuff. Yep, cool. So we'll move our Iron Thunder. So move back to base. I'm not sure if we contributed over there, but either way, the infantry being in the building helps. So maybe he ran back or something. I don't know. And now we really kind of need recon on the alpha point. So we'll bring a stealthy recon there. Actually, we'll bring, well, he's already called in. But yeah, having these guys up is really cool. The HIMARS is back there. I'm going to mark it because I don't think after he moved, he, let's remember where that is. Like these 3 buildings to the right. Okay, cool. 3 sanded buildings to the right. If we have the ability to arty that, we'll do that. Come back for supplies. We'll put a supply base more forward as we advance. We'll start doing stuff like that. I really get in a bad habit of not being able to using the wrong tool for the right job. Our Comanche can see that guy all the way out there. Got nice pop there. Good stuff for the Comanche. We'll fall back there and then turn his weapons off. I would prefer them not to fire, just to scout. But if somebody can reach out and touch those HIMARS, that would be super cool. They also have a Patriot on back there, but I won't tell my Sentinel back a little bit until we deal with some of this stuff. See, there's another house there. So just kind of remembering, they got HIMARS here. They got his house here. We're flying a Comanche back there. Nice. Yeah, that's why recon is so freaking valuable. You just run around the back of the map and make these little strikes, and it does you good. Kind of forgot about that there. And so we are an armored special forces deck, and I don't see much as regards to the tanks forward. So we'll bring our guys also forward to where they are, and then we'll put this guy over here, and then we'll put him in reserve. Right, kind of really spread these guys out here. Did they take? Yo, put the sniper, bro, and then leave. Oh my goodness. All right, so somebody dropped some supplies right there. It's a great place for a doink. Let's doink it. Between these the gapped buildings and then these row. So there's some buys here, which they already attacked. They're probably gonna move them. But these guys, it's a 7K supply there. We're gonna try to doink this stuff. Where's my artillery? Oh, all the way in the back. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. We're gonna bring this up here so we can get mad close to the front and then start doinking stuff. Well, also, so they're not gonna be a good trade there. Yeah, if it's not stealthy, it almost won't swim. So we'll fly our guy back and see what we get. Delta Force needs to do this. We want to kind of advance with. I don't know why I brought these Rangers Malls over here, but we'll keep them there for now. Nice push here. So if we can support our guys pushing, they're already in the building. So yeah, we need to get in range of that for sure. And handy dandy nuke. Maybe we can respond with a good stuff. Way to wait for the nuke. That's actually a great time for the nuke. We gotta call our Comanche. We're gonna keep our Comanche on station. He did get startled, but yeah, that's us taking out the supplies. Shout out to us. And then we're gonna move forward to the front. So shout out to us there. We are still doing damn. We are like taking the point, but I'm kind of being risky with this Comanche here, trying to have Overwatch so they don't counterattack with a what's it called, with choppers. And there's a Viper there firing at what appears to be firing seed. So he probably took them. If he's got seed, he doesn't have the sidearm. So maybe we can hunt that Viper down. Nope. If we can support that AA piece there. We've got 8 missiles. Let's see if any of them hit. He caught behind the building. Very smart. We will not pursue. That's another thing in this game too. Like, you don't have you have to be really smart with your pursuing. So we lost all those guys in the nuke. That's unfortunate. But the Iron Thunder will pop these guys. I'll pop these guys right there. Cool. Precision strike. And we'll go back on because this one Comanche isn't. Well, it might be the Comanche that good, but the artillery is going to be better, and that's what I'm talking about. Using the right tool for the job, being more waiting for your moment, right? We'll lob a few rounds. Yep, got a few doinks, and we'll move because a counter battery, knowing that they're going to get artied, is the more important thing now. We'll tell him to pick up those supplies, and then we'll move them forward. We just want to trade a lot more effectively, and our teammate is really doing a great job. But yeah, see, once they kind of get your game, they're gonna start like adjusting to you. And so see if this this Guardian can trade with his lab ad. Yeah, Hornet out there. We'll bring a Viper because he's gonna. I think he's gonna fly this way. So if we can use our long range missiles, we'll do that. Bombing strike there. We've got some guys coming, so we'll bomb that first. Got the Viper there, or Raptor, excuse me, not Viper, Viper. We'll stay on station. Fire like it's deal of fire there, and then we'll move. Yeah, the cruise missile is cool. If you can actually get it through, that'd be nice. They have a lot of lab ads and artillery pieces, so it'd be great for an armor push. But to support the armor all the way there it's kind of hard. So it's one of those things, man. You just gotta. Oh, there's a target. We'll do 1 T. Boom. Trying to take that unit out. So yeah, we've supported our ally and his push. I think they got that unit, so we'll tell our guys to come back here. You have good stingers right there covering our flank. See if we can. Ooh, he is out of said stinger. Raptor needs to go back to base. He's almost out of fuel. Don't want to give them a free 400 points. That would be really bad. But fighting that guy off is nice. So we have the A point, and that means the E point, we probably should support it because their vehicle line, this just makes the most sense. So now I would say we'll bring in an off spray. We'll bring in some, we'll bring one of these for sure. We'll bring a couple of these, and we'll bring in some Rangers and a couple of Raws. And then we'll bring them in right here. Right? Because we're going to have to hold this and then bring in some tanks and stuff. And or actually we'll do this. We'll bring in some support and then we'll bring in some recon to kind of see what we'll be fighting. It just seems like we're fighting a marine deck, and armor is going to be really good, but we need to bring like really good AA too. So because they're going to have a lot of air units that are going to be bombing runs and casts and all this other stuff. So we'll keep firing on targets of interest and then telling our guys to move. He's good to go. So we'll tell him to drop here and then bug out. We also probably can move our sniper up there. Yeah, we probably need to bring another chopper with another sniper. Put him right there in those buildings. Yeah. Our recon is doing a great job of supporting, but they've got their deal on, so we will. I think he's out of missiles though. Yeah, they're bringing a Raptor. He's going to shoot us down. That's unfortunate. Yeah, there it is. Doinkarooski's out here. Actually, go for those guys. Oh, let's get our guys moving. Got our guys moving forward, huh? Get the Raws in this building. Put these guys in this building, and then these guys gonna go in that building. Like how we're supporting, pushing, like maintaining, being able to see, gives us the confidence to want to push on a point. So we'll see if we can doink that. Tell him to return fire and get on the gun there. So I think we firmly have taken the A point, which is good in a mirror match. Nice doink over there. Good shout out to our guy for doinking. And then this would be a great point for armored push. Now the problem is we don't know what's over there. So the best way to handle stuff like that is, let's say you bring a vehicle like a war pig, and you put some. I wouldn't say the cheapest guy you can get. So the rifleman, put a couple of those in there and bring them in the war pig. And you can be kind of versatile with the war pig on this side, and then we'll bring a recon unit as support, like this guy. And then we'll just kind of roll in there and see what they got, kind of test their steel. They're probably going to get doinked, just throwing away a few points, but as you can see, the lead is, we've got a decent lead here. We want him for his vision, not for his missile. All right, they got a couple tanks here, so we got to be careful. Got a lot of Delta Force over here, but the Delta Force isn't going to be able to push as well as people think if they aren't supported. We'll bring a Guardian. Actually, we might bring another Guardian. We'll bring 2 Guardians. Can't hurt with 2 Guardians there. Tell him to hold fire. And the Ranger RC we'll put them in that building over there. Sweet. So definitely secured the A point and was instrumental in doing that. We'll also put him in group 2. And once those things pop up again, we will use our MLRS unit. Kind of get him a little closer here. And did we forget you? We did. Sweet. So we'll put him like back here, kind of deal. Nice. Popping a Guardian up there. Very, very good stuff. See, and a lot of it is because we've got a lot better recon than the enemy, and we'll bring another recon unit. We'll have 2 here, or the other one will come back in about 2 shakes. But yeah, see, there we go. That's kind of that's what I'm talking about right there. So, yeah, well, you got some guys. It's just it's a probing force here to see what the enemy has, and once it lands, it can actually duke it out with the enemy there. Yeah, he can actually shoot at infantry there, machine gun and TOW 2B. So we're getting focused down by that unit. But essentially, they have Bravo, and they're looking. Hopefully we need to probably bring some tanks. Or really, IFVs. IFVs are going to be the order of the day so far. So we're bringing some Bradleys with some. Excuse me, not that, but Rangers. Cool. And then so we got this guy in there, and they're hidden, so we'll just keep them there because we gain that ground. We also know that the enemy is there, so I don't know, if we team mission, we can actually. Oh no, don't want to do it right there. That is something that we will not do. We will not do that. So we'll bring a fire mission. We'll do 1T fire mission there. Right, we can see that there is some supplies here. Something that's in range. We also can see this, and we can see this. So for this one, we'll see if, oh, can we go there? No. T. I don't see the problem. It's got missiles. Oh, there you go. It's in range now. All right, pop that, please. Thank you. It's got a couple AT4s. It's close range here. Nice. Riflemen actually did their job. Shout out to them. And then what we'll do, because I don't think they're going to win that fight, we'll bring artillery support right there. And they got cast support right there as well. So shout out to us. We'll get this guy out here, but also we'll bring the recon unit as well, so we can see. Doing really, really good here. Just using, as you notice, we did, ooh, good strike. We did really decent with this very cheap rolling force. We killed a couple things, deleted some stuff. Great trading units, like cheapos, but get in there and mix it up. They're really good for trading. So, did he fire? He did. Okay, so we'll get him here. And we can also probably bring where are our guardians at? Here, come on, come this way. Come support us this way. We'll back him off the mark there. He's got the Rangers rolls. If he wants to push across that, he can. Or we got guardians coming, but I wouldn't advise it. That's not very smart for him to do that. Yep. There's a unit there. We might be able to take it to that tank. Honestly, we got a tow 2B, and then Striker took one hit and is able to still pop the enemy there. So shout out to him. Yeah, we're starting to bring Comanches and Guardians, trying to get this. They got their own mech riflemen. Ooh, I don't know if he hit that tank, but we'll get the boys out. Maybe they can see across the bridge there. Actually, if we're smart, we should drop over here and be able to recon. That's what we should do. Stop being so direct. Be indirect. Yeah, because we're darting straight in there, which can be good sometimes, but it go actually full salvo. Just dump those rounds. We'll bring a recon over this way. So shout out to him getting the doinks. We'll send the one Bradley across with the striker, and the infantry is going to actually walk across. Our guy had the same idea, but now we're at bullets, so we'll fly in a lot more. Actually, fly in a lot more. These guys can carry 6,000 supply, so that's basically our house. Trying to see what we can see. We will call out the doinks there. Now, line of sight says we should be able to see into Bravo, but we can't see anything. So we'll maneuver. We'll tell this guy to hold fire and get in these. They probably occupy those buildings. So let's see if we can get into that corner there. I don't want to get tripped up by them as well too. So we also. Do you have any shells? You have 25 shells. Okay, so we could do this, and we'll do a. Yeah, we'll do that for now. Let's tell them, just fire at that, please. Por favor. Por favor. They got tanks in the middle, so we'll bring our Guardians there. We'll also bring another Comanche. I really like the Comanche Guardian combo, even though I'm a huge fan, if you guys have seen my gameplay, of Killer Egg. Move him there. I shouldn't be firing right next to that guy, but he should be moving. He is gone. So hope he's moving it, because if he's not, it's no bueno. Oh, so we are taking Bravo. That's good. And we got recon right there. That is very interesting. You can doink that. See, I think I don't know which guy can see that, but we're gonna doink that. That's gonna get doinked for sure. Guardians, okay, run it. Get in there, Guardians. Get your butt moving. There's a tank right there. The tank. I think you can pop that tank. Maybe we'll try to catch him in an L shape here. Trying to nuke all our stuff there at Butthole. I don't think we lost anything, but some of the stuff got damaged. You know, anytime a nuke goes off, it's definitely not a good day for anybody. That's for sure. So are we popping that unit? We might be. Either way, he got popped, so that's the most important thing. So we'll tell these guys to come back here. Let's see, you got 24 rounds, no rounds. So the 24 rounder can it's gonna doesn't have the range, slightly out of range by like a few hundred meters. So now we need to take these buildings. If the enemy is in any of these buildings, we need to take that. And we also need to push our recon up. Tell it to kind of take an L-shaped position. We're just using the right tool for the job. Like they haven't attacked us here and over there on Echo. So we just need to use the right tool for the job. And since we have a massive amounts of points, we kind of want to push, but we want to push the right way, right? So we'll do it. We'll try to take these with, again, more of these guys. There's a scout there. That's kind of what we were trying to get. Make sure they didn't have any guys. Sweet, won that fight. That's good. And the brats and the guardian can do their thing. So he did charge at us, and again, using the right tools for the job. The MRAP vehicle was not the right tool. We could see the guy, but we have the advantage. So we'll actually we need to fly high. Maybe we can see him. Cool, right tool for the job there. This is the right tool for that job. Losing a guardian to a stinger probably is no bueno. We gotta pop this guy. This is one dude. Can we just do a flyover real quick and get him? All right. Yeah, we tried. Guys, we tried. Okay, get this. Yeah, do your thing. I think he's get those guys to run. They can't see them, so it's a good way to get cheap infantry into a location and turn their weapons off. We want them to more do some spying, but that is a cheap unit. Any sneaky stealthy units? Yeah, we have some sneaky stealthy units. We'll drop them behind the enemy lines. We just want to get the advantage and trade well with the enemy with our sneak first, and then try to juicy air targets. Okay, let's do that. Let's play that game. It's AMVP. So our Raptors here. Pop the Sentinel. We got popped by some. Oh, hello, F-35A. Or, yeah, A. Nice. That's some long range missiles. We'll see if we can get that destruction. Yeah, see, the enemy's bringing their tanks faster than we are, so it's kind of we'll keep the bird on station. He's still got some long range missiles there, but he's got low health, so we don't want to trade if he flies over. Yep, he did fly over our stuff, so we'll do that. All right, Raptor, time to get back. Time to go home, buddy. Time to go home. Back to base. That take is gonna get us. So yeah, fall back there. I don't know what all they could have dropped off a lot of infantry over there, so that's really unfortunate. Rangers got destroyed there. You notice our recon guy, really tough guy, really good unit. I don't know, you shouldn't sleep on that unit. But let's do this. We will recon above this thing and see. Fired like 3 of its stingers off there. No kill. Comanche or whatever needs to go there. Hovey's got full rounds, almost does. We'll have these guys go back there as well. We gave them kind of a respite, but we need to go ahead and lock this point down. So helicopters, got some of these. We'll take one of those and one of those. We'll take one of these, and we'll take one of the SDT as well as Ranger Raws. Do we have any Raws? Nope. Mechanized. Okay, cool. I think it's mainly infantry based, and that's what it is. But the SDT's here doing his thing. See if we can do a quick flyover. Literally fly over. So we also probably need to bring some more Delta. Bring 2 Delta, and we'll bring a Stinger. And then we'll also bring some vehicles, some cheap brads. So we'll get set up here. We won't take pretty advanced positions until here in a second. Until these guys have stopped, until we get all of our guys with the 3 units Delta. Sweet. Just using the right tool for the job and not overdoing it. So if we take this path, we could probably clear them out. So we'll use the Delta Force to kind of get close, and then we'll use our Brads to set up a base of fire on this way with the L-shaped ambush. We also probably need to bring in some Recce's to make sure to cut off their escape there. And some vehicle SHORAD. All right, we'll bring some support. Bring some SHORAD there. Cool, nice strike. So our recon is really crushing the enemy. We also have these guys 100% good to go, but we'll focus. We'll bring our Guardian back over here. The F point, we should take the F point, because if not, they could use choppers and curtail our flank. And to prohibit that, we don't have a Comanche, but it is what it is. And then we'll also probably bring some more. We need a secondary. Nope. Some of these guys. All of those guys. And a couple of Ross. Cool. We'll fly them in. We'll have our guys kind of just dominate the road as the Delta Force pushes. Taking a lot of ground here, but we need to be as effective as possible. We'll tell them to move forward. As the Brads are on station here. And the Guardian's there to cut off any reinforcements that might show up. We'll tell the Sentinel to kind of do a flyover really quick. I wish they wouldn't lock onto those guys. Marines are getting their butt kicked by the Delta Force. There. We'll bring in one Javelin to cover our advance. Nice base of fire. We'll tell him to move his base of fire. Move his base of fire forward. Cleared them out pretty effectively, if I do say so myself. But with that, we need to go ahead. Oh, they're bringing their units, so we'll tell him to come back, fall back, take the buildings there, take the buildings there, and you fall back. We're gonna see if we can intercept that chopper he's working about. We need to kind of dig in here. They have defensive smoke. Think he might lose this chopper for his trouble. That's what we call throwing good money after bad. He lost 2 planes, and the point was already taken. So it was a Pyrrhic loss, but I think he was pissed off about that. But it's not our fault. We're here to play to win. So we'll recon forward there with this is kind of what the javelins are for, the recon javelins, to see now that we have taken the F point, we're gonna get our choppers back. First, we're gonna bring in a supply chopper to supply our guys. The Delta Force, really. Tell them to come back because they're really expensive units. They're good. And get loaded up to take the next round. We'll leave these other guys to kind of hold that point because if the enemy wants to come back, we'll at least fight for it. He's across. We'll bring him across. Did he take any damage? No. We'll send him across. Nice. Got a nice little bridgehead there. And this guy, we'll send him across because we want to be. And if he can get across, cool. If he can't, cool. And then we'll bring these guys to here. Having our own little war there and doing what we do. I don't know. Did we lose all of our Ardian stuff? I think we did. All that is tragic. Didn't even realize it with all of our micro and stuff that we got counter batteried or whatever. They must have did some funny business there. But we're on the ground now, and it's almost the end of phase 3. So shout out to us and what we did, taking that point. Tell these guys to get in there, get some supplies, and then we'll bring a couple of Silent Hawks, and we'll get those guys out of there. So he's across the river. We'll bring our Guardian into support. We only got 2 minutes left in the round. So not too much stealthy stuff. Just a whole bunch see if we can take this point. But we lost all their stuff in the back. That's really unfortunate. They did their jobs though. That's kind of the most important thing. We could see that unit, see if we can pop it. We'll bring our STT in to see what we can see. Got the flank there. Good critical hit there. Hit the 3 Delta Force and the chopper. About 1 minute remaining on the match there. Let's see if we can take this point. I don't know what all they have here, but we're gonna advance on this point here because our guys are doing okay on that side, and I guess we pushed across the river, so it'd be really cool to see if we can. Yeah, we needed to get some recon here. We really need to bring him in over here. Good seed run by our ally there. So at first we started over here, taking those points, and then we kind of shifted. Kind of ferrying our guys over. Maybe we can get a mad dash in with a Bradley. Good base of fire there. Just a nice base of fire there. We'll also bring in the javelin unit and a shorad unit for a good base of fire. We won't advance down that way. We'll try to cut off their retreat. So if the AA unit gets gone, then we can bring in our choppers. Shout out to us. Okay, sweet. So we lost. I know the reason why we have so many deaths is because we lost all of that support stuff on that left side. I don't know. We did make it to level 12, but we lost all that support stuff. I don't even know how. Maybe we can. I guess we can see losses. Okay, where's my? Oh, here it is. So Comanche, I guess, rolled around the back and got all of our stuff. Ugh. Really unfortunate. That's 300, almost 500 points worth of stuff. 520, 100 points worth of stuff for a 240 point. Yeah, Comanches are really good, man. Raptor popping that. Lost a couple Guardians, which is unfortunate. B2 absolutely doinking all of our stuff. The nuke, really, it was a nuke. And a Raptor 2 Raptor, which I, again, just don't understand that. But not to be a sour sport. It is what it is. But I think overall, being able to push and support our units, we did really, really good. And that's the name of the game. Just getting better. Not getting in your own head about it, just kind of knowing, okay, I'm gonna artillery, support my guys, even the odds, and then push. Honorable mentions to the Comanche, popping a pilot and a couple choppers, pretty much paying for himself. Almost paying for himself, but not all. These kind of trades, this 50-point unit for a vamp is like that's what you want, right? Taking mech riflemen is good if they can get in close. They got 4 AT4s and bringing those guys really good stuff. GMLRS actually taking out those 2 dragonflies. We didn't see that. Iron Thunder putting in absolute mayhem. That's what we like to see. Guardian, mayhem. Rangers, I think they got popped though. But the Rangers, this is kind of also having them behind your line, being able to anything with the AT4 getting close. That's what you want. You want to be able to sneak in, take the path that you need to. These kind of are hard to pay for themselves, but he did. So shout out to him. Really doing a good job. Great trading. Great trading here as well. Just Iron Thunder. Well, we popped our friendly Delta Force, which is unfortunate. And then we got all that. Rangers versus Marines. Yeah. So the way we set that up, right, is trying to use a range versus then getting good base of fire and advancing, kind of drawing their forces, telling them to fall back. On that last push, we didn't take any losses. And so we took, on that last push alone, 2 Marine units, a mech rifle unit, 3 Marine units, excuse me, and we were able to get the counterattacking Viper, and the last unit we killed was this AMPV. So thank you guys, Desert Fox, tapping in with you guys. Another great video that I think we did decent, but our team did really good, especially this guy absolutely crushing it. And we're probably going to run this back and watch how they did. It's going to be kind of hard because we weren't even focused on the side of the map. But I wish you could see kind of how everyone else did, like what their, if there's a way, maybe you could, Like, oh, you don't want to learn about what they did. I would, because I want to see. Okay, I saw somebody using the Comanches around the flanks. It's probably this guy, and how well he did. Jeff, yeah, I think it was Jeff. Either Jeff or this guy. But using their Comanches on the flanks to kind of get behind enemy lines is and make like a raiding strike. That is, if you can learn how to do that, man, we'll be in business. So, thank you guys. Have a blessed day, and we'll tap in with you soon. Bye bye.